everybody, and happy
Thursday.
Thursday. Oh my gosh. Happy Thursday, everybody, and welcome to Movie Couple Live. I'm Wendy.
I'm Dustin. Sorry,
He was
sorry. I
listening.
have my ear plug in just in case the sound starts to making us sound like helium, or makes it sound weird. So I was listening to that because it just happened to come on at the right time when it goes, "Hi, I'm Wendy," and I'm like, "What?" And then, "What? I'm Dustin."
We'll try it again. I'm Wendy.
I'm Dustin.
And you're watching us. You're watching Movie Couple Live. Today we're talking about uh, Wonder Woman being certified fresh on Rotten Tomatoes. We're talking about a first look at coming to America, and of course, the good old Tom Cruise rant.
Yep.
We are here for it. So you guys, hope you're having a great week so far. So sorry that we couldn't do our live stream yesterday. I was over at Sideshow doing some hosting videos for them, all very safe, follow the protocols, literally like two people on set, me and the camera person. So very safe, lots of fun. And speaking of Sideshow, they actually dropped a very exciting announcement this morning. You can see it on Sideshow Social. You can see it on the Critical Role Social. And there I set the keywords Critical Role. So this one was super excited when I told him about it. As you know, Dustin and I are both critters. I would say he is the bigger critter out of the two because he actually was the one that got me to watch their campaign because he would normally just watch the Vox Machina one by himself, campaign one.
I still haven't finished campaign one.
So no spoilers.
I'm at episode like 90, but you know it takes a while to get through some of these episodes.
Yes.
And Navi's like, "Oh, you guys are live. You guys forgot about me."
Here it is. Here it is. Navi time. Hello, late to the party. Oh, okay. While late to the party is here. So we're gonna come back to the Sideshow Critical Role stuff in a second because late to the party. Do you mind putting in the chat? Unless you guys want to come in for a hot second, let me know in the chat if you want to. Late to the party, and you should totally subscribe to their channel if you haven't yet on YouTube. But they got to actually do like their own private watch party of Wonder Woman 1984 in partnership with Cinemark, I believe, and they got to invite a couple of friends, some of the people we know, PJ Chance. I think that's all the people that I know that they I'm not sure. Sorry, I haven't watched their vlog yet. I don't even know if it's up because I've been so busy. But they got to watch it, and they had a positive reaction to it. So look forward to, I believe their non-spoiler review is up on the channel, which you guys, Vanessa and Robert, I will watch, but after Christmas, because I can't stand if I have that what is it called? Spoiled for me in any shape, way, or form. So I hope you understand. I will go by your video and give you a thumbs up, but I won't watch it until after I watch it on Christmas Day.
It's one of those things that we know enough about it already. We already know that people are loving it, so we want to go in there with as little information as we possibly can, and we already have a ton of information.
Yes.
About all the different things that other people have been saying about it, the all of the different trailers and all the different cuts and all of the different fandom stuff. So like we've seen enough. We know we want to watch it.
We've seen enough.
So we're going to be waiting.
Yes.
And get as much or as little information as we can going in.
Yes,
no
exactly.
Spoilers.
No spoilers. I'm going to mute the word, any sort of words that has to do with Wonder Woman. I'm muting until Christmas so I don't have to come across any sort of spoiler, which I don't think, I think people have been really like respectful and nice and not spoiling it. So, I mean, I kind of have like an idea of like what we're going to see already if you kind of follow the comic close and if you kind of know the property. But yes, exactly like what Late to the Party said, we're the same way. The less we know, the better. So thank you so much for you guys' little bit of tidbit information. You guys go ahead and check out their channel and their non-spoiler review if you would like to check it out. We will check it out much later, but we love them. They're our friends, and we miss their faces so much. Guys, I would have driven to Arizona in a heartbeat.
Navi misses you guys too.
Navi! Oh, they love Navi. Navi loves them. So, all right, kind of looping back to Sideshow and Critical Role. So Sideshow Collectibles is a collectibles, I don't want to call them a toy company, but they're collectibles, and they have a lot of like premium format figures, a lot of 6 scales. They have like a whole Star Wars Mythos line, and they just released today that they are working on some stuff with Critical Role, and now it is up on their website. If you are a critter, you can now order this gorgeous artwork of the Mighty Nine. Let me take this off.
I think that artwork is amazing. I love the designs of all of the characters.
Yes.
But I think the standout is Yasha.
She is
Yasha and
looking
the
like Miss Gal Gadot, Miss Wonder Woman over there.
mm-hmm.
She is exactly how I expect Yasha to look, and the way that she wouldn't be sitting, she would be standing.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
know,
yeah.
to me, that's just like very, very powerful, very, very awesome. And gosh, I love it so much. And we have, of course, Caleb and Frumpkin and Not Beauregard, Sworegard.
Yes, I love it when they go
Jester, I'm
Sword.
so swole. We got Ford Strong and
For tough.
Ford. That's what it is. Ford Tough and Caduceus. So this is an artwork by Mr. Ian McDonald, who and it looks fantastic. And there's even a little bit of a little Easter egg right here if you guys watched the campaign, which is
Mm-hmm.
awesome. And a couple of other photos. We have the figure, sorry, the statue, and this is of Beauregard, played by Marisha Ray, and we have Ford Tough, Eldridge Blast,
Eldridge Blaze.
played by Travis Willingham. So we are big fans of Critters. Or so should I say, we are Critters. So we are very excited. I put myself on the RSVP list to find out more about it. Once there's like any more information on it, like when the release date is, when it's going to ship, and all that stuff. But I am eyeing that like artwork, and I'm just like, ooh, I kind of want it. It's really, really, really cool. And on top of that, you and I play a lot of TTRPG,
Yes, we
tabletop
do.
RPG. So
At least 2 to 3 games a week.
we actually just got a text message as we are doing the live show, which is not coming over right now, but one of our games has to get moved,
No.
which I'm like so bummed because I'm just like, no, we're prolonging it. But it's fine. I'll answer that later. So super excited. Just check out the Sideshow Collectibles website if you would like to know more about these statues and the artwork. Also in our news flash, you guys, congratulations if you're a Roku user. HBO Max is now available on Roku.
Woohoo! So
Finally.
those who hopefully can get a Roku can now get HBO Max.
Yeah,
Now this is the big
everyone
question
rejoice.
that I have, and I'm curious on whether or not they're able to still be able to get like Roku in like some other parts of the world. So if
Oh,
you
I
get Roku,
see.
like say in Europe or the UK or in Australia, if you're able to now have easier access to HBO Max.
Yes. So let us know in the comment section below or in the chat if you are, because I believe that HBO Max is not yet available in the UK. I
Yeah.
don't know when it'll be available. We're not really sure, but let's just say if you have Roku, does that mean then now you have access to HBO Max? So let us know if you have an idea. You can put that in the chat if you're watching us live, or if you're not watching us live, go ahead and put that in the comment section below. We would love to know. We have Movie Bunch Jack, who watches us from the UK, who originally was hoping to go to the theater this week to see Wonder Woman.
Mhm.
And now I get, it sounds like the theaters are closed.
If I'm not mistaken, yeah, the UK is actually entering like they're doing a really strict lockdown for like the next month and a half, kind of a thing. So yeah, that would include all of the movie theaters. That would include.
That's a bummer.
Yeah.
That's a real bummer. And MK writes HBO Max roll out in Europe sometime in second half of 2021. So still a bit.
Really? See,
still a bit. Yeah.
That's still a ways away.
Yeah.
I feel really bad. That sucks. That you would think that by now HBO would be like, "Hey, let's get our product to more people
there
out in
must
the
be
world."
some sort of like a distribution thing that we're unaware of, So
yeah,
I consider
true.
us very lucky to be able to have like Disney Plus and Netflix and Hulu and HBO Max and Prime Video and all that stuff, so we can watch all that stuff. Jack says we are going into another lockdown from December 28th, like starting on December 28th.
Oh, I thought it started earlier than that.
Oh, from maybe now until December 28th.
Oh, until after Christmas.
Still...
They might also be doing it. They might be starting it after Christmas, after the holidays, and then they go into the strict lockdown. But Jack, I mean, I'm not sure.
Yeah, we're not sure, but either way, stay safe, wash your hands, do not touch your face, don't touch your eyes, or if you're going to do that, at least wash your hands first and wash it thoroughly. And I do want to touch on this bit of news that Noah is dropping in the chat for us. Thank you to Movie Bunch Noah, who writes, and I'm going to pronounce his last name wrong, and I'm so sorry, Jeremy Bullock. Bullock or Bollock, the actor who voiced Boba Fett in the original trilogy, in the original Star Wars movie, has passed away today, which is very, very sad. Very iconic role.
Yeah.
Obviously, it's Boba Fett.
Yeah.
You know, which is kind of interesting that now we're seeing this, like, we're seeing him again in a TV show. So a moment of silence for Jeremy.
Mm-hmm.
That's just yeah, it's a kind of like a blow to the Star Wars.
Yeah, I mean,
it's always going to be
we've lost a lot. I mean, we lost Darth
scary.
Vader.
Yes,
We've now lost
not that
Boba
long
Fett.
ago. Yeah.
I mean, this year has really sucked for celebrity deaths.
I mean, 2020 is a dumpster fire altogether. So, but thank you so much, Noah, for letting us know of the news. Yeah, so super excited for HBO Max to be on Roku. For everybody who uses Roku can now have it, and fingers crossed for the UK maybe getting that HBO Max access a little earlier than second half of the year, but they're probably going to keep it that way. So hopefully they don't miss any major movies that are releasing by like Warner Brothers in the beginning of the year.
Oh yeah, because they're missing out on the entire 2021
unless theaters
slate.
are open. Yeah,
probably
then they can go see it in theaters.
Yeah, true. But also, it's one of those things that if you did miss it, as soon as you get it, you can just catch up on all of them.
Yes,
then just binge watch.
Just have a whole movie night, 3 movies in a day. You can do it.
One for breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
There you go. That's it. And then your whole day is taken care of. Just add in a little bit of bathroom breaks and snack breaks here and there. Speaking of movies, let's take a look at the first images of Coming to America. So initially when I heard about this, I was like, why do they need to make another movie to Coming? Why do they need a sequel? The first one is great as it is. I love the way it ended. It's fine. It's fine. We don't need to do another one. And then I saw the images and I kind of went, well,
you're like, whoa,
okay, I think I'm kind of interested in it.
When I first saw the images, I actually thought they were from the original movie.
Yeah, because apparently Eddie Murphy just doesn't age. He just doesn't age. And we see he's now king. He's got to be, right? He's or going to take over the role of king, but literally they all look the same. This literally looks like it's from. Is this from the first film?
No, that's not. I don't think it is. Yeah,
it just looks,
no, I think this is from the new one. Because you can see a little bit of gray in Eddie Murphy's hair.
I'm just wondering because behind him it says Boat Show February 15th, and then the year is 1986.
Oh,
so somebody let us know in the chat. I did pull this from the Entertainment Weekly website, and on Twitter they have these images. So I'm going to assume that this is new image, but I mean, is it good that we can't tell because they just don't age?
Maybe.
That's not fair. What's their beauty secret? What's their secret?
I think if you compare them side by side, I think that picture is also a little too crisp for when the original movie came out.
Okay.
And also Eddie Murphy and the two characters look a lot thinner and younger. So they did not look like this back in when the original movie came out.
They look the same to me, and now we're gonna have to watch Coming to America again. We have Mr. James Earl Jones, who I feel like also kind of looks the same to me. To be completely honest, like. Yeah, okay, that's the same coat that he was wearing in this one. Or similar pattern. So yeah, okay. Well, look, they look fantastic. It kind of has me a little bit excited for. I was like, well, okay, I went from I don't want to see it, we don't need it, to okay, I'm interested. Let me see it. So let us know if you're watching live. Let us know in the chat what you think about Coming to America. From what I heard, that actually I have the article open right here from Entertainment Weekly. Is that what brings them back? What brings Akeem and Semi back to Queens? So it says here directly from the Entertainment Weekly website, they say, as Akeem prepares to become king, he learns that he fathered a son with a local woman. And so they will be, I guess that's why he's making the trek back to America to see what is what. So that's going to be interesting. And it won't be quite as a culture shock for him this time around. But I hope
he's been there before.
But I really hope that they still have the flower thing. Just flower petals everywhere still. I love that. Who's going to clean this up? God, I love that movie. My aunt loved that movie so much. It was actually on replay a lot in the house.
Yeah. Everyone has that movie that they've just seen over and over and over, and then the VHS would burn out, and then you have to buy a new one.
Well, the tape starts to kind of get a little see-through because you rewind it too much.
Mm-hmm.
Oh God. Who remembers the like if you don't want to rewind it in your VCR,
You actually had like
a rewinder.
a video, yeah, a VCR rewinder.
It's like the size of the VHS tape. It's hilarious. And you hear
I
it
remember,
click.
I remember having one of those.
And then did Blockbuster ever charge, like ever fine you for not rewinding?
I think at one time they did, but after a while they couldn't really support it. I mean, they were like, "What? I rewind." Yeah, people would fight. People would fight legitimate late fees.
Yes.
So a rewind fee, yeah, they were just like, you know what, we can't do this anymore. And technically, Blockbuster at the time did make more money off of late fees than off of like their actual rentals. Gosh. So yeah, it was kind of a little. I think it's a little bit scammy.
It's not like library books.
No.
You know, it's not like that. But I do sometimes I reminisce that going into the entrance and you walk in that circle and you browse the half circle of Blockbuster for new releases and all that, and then all the stuff in the middle of your board. And look through all that. I kind of miss browsing. Maybe it's just me because I haven't really had much human contact literally this whole year. Like this is the face that I see every day, of course. And then from time to time, if I get to do hosting stuff, sometimes on set, get to see humans. But we still social distance, so it's not like I'm sitting right next to them. We're still we're still 6 feet apart.
You don't get the chance to actually have like,
and we have masks on,
a good close conversation with the person. And,
right.
You know, I also enjoyed being able to give hugs and stuff and be like, "Hey, how's it going? Long time no see."
2021, that's the goal, to actually walk up to a friend and give them a big hug. To not
first,
wear
it would be like, "Wait, have you been vaccinated?" Yeah. Okay, big
we're
hugs.
good. We're good. But also, don't touch your face. We have a super chat from Marvin Martin. Thank you so much, Marvin. Marvin writes, "What old film would you want remade?" What old film would I want remade?
Well, I think what you'd have to do is, well, it depends on what kind of goal you want to go for. Is there an old film of something that you were really excited about?
Yeah.
That just was not made well, that you would like for them to make another attempt?
Okay.
Like, honestly, I know it's not an old film, even though Last Airbender, was terrible. I would like for them to attempt to remake it with the Amazon, yeah.
The live action
kind of a thing like that. Or is there like, for example, one of my favorite movies of all times is Princess Bride. I'm a little hesitant though on them remaking that. I would love. I think it would be fun if they kind of did like the original cast for a sequel, and it's like 30 years.
They can do like the Tale of the Dread Pirate Robert.
Yeah,
maybe do that. So it's not a direct reboot of Princess Bride. It's not a direct sequel or prequel, but it's still in the same universe. Like that would be kind of interesting to see. Or maybe a kid who hears of the Dread Robert pirate goes on a search for him to find out like this like legend myth, sort of a Jack Sparrow type of it's like, is he real? Is he not? Does he really do all this? So like that would be kind of cool. A lot of really good suggestions from you guys in the chat. And please, of course, if you're watching after we go live, comment your thoughts on what old film you would like to be remade or you would want to see remade in the comment section below. And while we're at it, since we're doing the YouTube call out, go ahead and give this video a thumbs up. Really helps us out a lot here on YouTube. And if you enjoy our conversations and our live stream and our videos, hit that subscribe button so you don't miss any new videos. Let's see. Okay. Beastmaster.
Beastmaster.
I could see that.
Beastmaster would be ripe too for a good remake because it's one of those things. It's old enough to where there's a lot of people who have not seen Beastmaster, and you could also what is that called? Benefit from advances in CGI, and computer and recording technology, and you can also get you're able to tell a whole new story that you're really not beholden to the old one, kind of a thing. I would like for them to make along the lines of Beastmaster. I wouldn't mind them making an attempt to make another Conan type of a movie.
Who would you cast?
I think you should do what they did with Arnold. Find another a new name. Kind of
like what The Rock maybe is doing with his Scorpion King reboot sort of deal. Like
I think that's actually a pretty good
kind
one.
of search for that fresh talent, so it's not like, because for me when I think Conan the Barbarian, my mind goes to two people, The Rock, Dwayne The Rock Johnson, Jason Momoa.
Yeah.
That's the two that I go to immediately. And not that I don't enjoy seeing them in film after film. I do, because I go and see them all, because I
Yeah.
think they're very charming, they're very talented, the movies are fun, but fresh talent is always also really nice, really intriguing, and give somebody an opportunity as well. For
Yeah.
me, I think because they were talking about a couple of old movies, Never Ending Story.
Oh, that could be.
Don't sing the scene. Don't.
No,
I
no.
was about to sing it, and I was like, no, no, no.
No.
Copyright claims. We learned from real rejects.
Yep.
Yeah.
And what is it called? That's actually really good, because that hasn't been retold for a really long time. It was an epic story. And I think that is actually, that would be ripe for a remake. I was also thinking of Dungeons and Dragons, because
But
they are making a new one off of that.
with Chris
But the
Pine
old
to
one
star.
was so horrible.
I never
It
saw
was
it.
so bad.
What was not great about it?
Everything.
Oh no!
It was one of those movies that it was like they got a big fan of D&D to direct the movie, but he wasn't that good of a director.
Oh no!
Kind of thing. They kind of forgot, oh yeah, we got someone who's a huge D&D fan.
Oh no!
So, but you also have to have a good filmmaker.
Yeah.
Kind of a thing.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, and it was terrible. But yeah, now the D&D's a lot bigger. I think it's ripe for a remake, which is why they're remaking it.
Yeah. That would I'm very curious to see once we have more information and news about the Dungeons and Dragon movie. Like, I really want to I can't wait to see the first photo. I know it won't be for a while, but I can't wait to see it. And a couple of movies to be remade. I see Vanja saying Escape from New York. See Red Sonja. I see BTTF. No. Back to the Future. No, I agree. I can't in my head, I can't see that movie being remade.
Yeah.
I can't see it. They would have to revamp the whole thing. Like, I don't want it to be like the same characters. They have to be like all new. Like, just continue the story forward with new technology.
Yeah.
So like,
it's tough, especially when it's something that is so beloved. It'd be like trying to remake Star Wars.
Oh,
no one would. I don't think there's anyone that would want to attempt to do that.
No,
because it's just one of those things that you will be burned at the stake if you screw this up. No. The people with pitchforks will break down your door and be like, "How could you do this?"
How could you?
Especially with the track record that Star Wars movies have after the originals.
They would, it's all under Disney now, so, and they have just, obviously the saga, the entire, from all the way from the prequel to the sequels, right? And then now, we'll see what the next chapter brings us. For, obviously, we know we have Rogue Squadron with Patty Jenkins directing, whatever Taika Waititi is directing, all the shows and stuff. So the universe is only expanding, and I want to kind of welcome it with open arms. I want to keep my mind open and kind of judge for myself, instead of be like, well, I don't know, like, well, I haven't seen anything yet. So, but everything on paper sounds really, really awesome as far as Star Wars goes. And then class of 1999, I saw Last Action Hero.
Oh, Last Action Hero would be a good one, because I liked the concept, and I liked the idea behind it, but it just, personally, I don't think the original was executed very well. And but the concept, I think, would work very well in a new genre, in a remake.
Yes. Yeah. So those are interesting, and I think
it'll be I remember being so excited for Last Action Hero, and then afterwards I was like, what? Oh, what was that?
Yeah.
Coming out of the movie.
Oh no. Hey, we want to thank Lone Star Reactor much for your super chat. Thank you. Woo! And speaking of super chat, we have another one from Amr, who has a great question about The Mandalorian. So Amr writes, thank you so much, by the way, for your super chat. Amr writes, Mandalorian episodes drop at 9 a.m. Fridays here, so I guess you guys could watch it tonight. Yes, we intend to stay up until midnight to watch it, because this is the finale. Anyways, what do you need?
A part of me is so sad, because I don't want it to end, but I want to see what happens. I'm so excited to see them go after Moff Gideon and be like, yeah.
So Amr writes, anyways, what do you expect from the season's last episode? So before we dive into that, let's give a little spoiler disclaimer here. If you
Oh, yeah.
haven't watched the Mandalorian, if you're not caught up, I would say maybe put us on mute until I take Amar's question off, and that's when the spoiler will be over, and maybe close up the chat as well. So with that said, you have been warned. We're going to dive into it right now with Amar's question. What we are expecting is, we had talked about a team up, sort of a Magnificent Seven Samurai sort of a deal, with Mando and his band of his friends going after Moff Gideon to get the child back. We thought that maybe that's what they were going to do with Mayfeld.
Yes,
but I really thought let him go.
I was kind of surprised. I was really thinking that he was going to stick around a lot longer.
But you know what?
He could come back.
Exactly. He could do the whole thing and kind of yeehaw, yeah, come in. Did I say yeehaw?
Yeehaw!
Yeehaw, Eldridge Blast. Sorry, guys. Yeah. So I wonder if we will see him again. I feel like,
I hope so.
It's kind of open-ended. You know, he could totally come back and be like, "Hey, you did me a favor. I'm repaying you."
And yeah, that's what it is.
He could join the New Republic.
I think that would be awesome. Also, yeah, he truly redeemed himself in that last episode, and now I'm just like, I want to see more of him. I think he does an excellent job. I think he's a great addition. Even though in the past he said the fact that he hates Star Wars. Who? But the actor
Bill Burr said he hates Star Wars. Well, he loves it now, I'm sure.
And now he's had some interviews about, he's saying, yeah, I'm taking it back. Star Wars, he's starting to really like what they've done with the Mandalorian.
I think maybe it's like a little daunting. Whoops. It's a little daunting when you want to get into Star Wars, but it's I feel like once you get into it, once that door is open for you, you can't help but become a fan.
Yeah.
You don't have to like all the movies. You don't have to like all the characters. That doesn't make you less of a fan to any property, you know, because we can all like and dislike things, but you're still a fan nonetheless if you enjoy the stories and you know, and all that. But I love that he kind of wasn't a fan, but now he is kind of like, yeah, man, join us. It's great. Come to the dark side.
Join the dark side.
So with expectations, I feel like Mando is flying in with Boba Fett, with Fennec, with Cara Dune, probably aboard Slave One, unless they get, you know, other sort of support from... Like, I honestly would love to see Bo-Katan.
Yes.
Love to see Ahsoka again.
Yes.
Not sure if that's gonna happen, because I think it would have maybe been hinted at already.
Well, yeah, true. I think they would have hinted it earlier, like in the last episode, of them sending out a message or something. And I would love to see, Bo and her crew show up. Because they're looking for Moff Gideon too.
She wants that Darksaber back, and that's the only reason why
I'm Mandalorian.
Yeah, yes, and she's a Mandalorian, so that's why I think we're more likely to see Bo-Katan rather than Ahsoka, because Ahsoka, you know, she had her episode, was a great episode. We established Thrawn, and so she could be now off on her journey for the search for Thrawn and Ezra. You know, so I think maybe we won't see Ahsoka in the finale, but I'm still holding out hope for Bo-Katan, and then maybe Cobb Vanth as well.
That would be cool, but they would have to go and recruit him, and I don't think...
He can just can't they you know, just...
the hologram him?
Yeah, we just hologram him. Why not?
And of course, I love what MK Songbird is saying, Darksaber versus Beskar Spear.
Yeah.
So there's got to be a fight.
I feel like, though, the fight will probably be between Mando and Moff. That's that's the big showdown.
Well, I think that's what it would be, if him using the spear.
Oh, it's gonna look so good.
This means
so
spear use. Yeah.
I want him to be like pa 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 pa, whistling bird. That would be so cool. Any other expectation before I take off this banner and we move on to some of our other news?
No, I'm just super excited. And yeah, midnight tonight, we are recording and trying to get that up as fast as possible.
Yeah, I might stay up until like 4 a.m. to edit, because why not? Why not? So with that said, I'll go ahead and take off this banner. Thank you so much to Amr for your super chat, and hope you enjoyed our conversation there. We have also another super chat from Lone Star Reactor. Thank you so much. Lone Star writes, should I almost read that as should Star Wars, because that's where my brain is. Let me reread that again. Should Disney do an Indiana Jones reboot or sequel? Well, we know that James Mangold is directing another Indiana Jones. We also know that Harrison Ford is involved in it.
Yep.
So, hold for leaf blower, guys. Our
Every
gardener is
now,
here.
yeah, it's like perfect timing, kind of a thing.
She's gonna start woofing in a second.
Yeah, well, I think since I'm holding her, I think she'll be all right. So she's not going to be completely like, woof. Normally, yeah, when the gardeners are here, Navi's kind of like, woof, woof, woof. But she doesn't quite do a full bark. The only time that I've really seen her do
it's like a dog cough.
Yes, I go, woof, 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 kind of a thing.
Yeah. Answering Movie Bunch Jack's question, Vlogmas tomorrow. There actually will be an episode out today. I'm catching up. I just have to edit. So once this is done, I will edit. But there's a couple of things I have to do because I realized I was supposed to submit my top 10 movies to the critics group that I'm in, and I thought I did it because I planned it out in my head. And as it turns out, I actually hadn't sent it to them. So I'm gonna have to do that after this. So. But yes, to answer your question, yes, there will be a Vlogmas episode later today. So should Disney do an Indiana Jones reboot or sequel? I think they already are.
Yeah, well, we know that they're doing a sequel. Honestly, though, in my personal opinion, I think that they should do a reboot or some kind of passing on of the torch. Because right now, Harrison Ford is starting to age out of it in a sense that normally what we want to see is Indiana Jones versus Nazis. That's one of the big things that I love about Indiana Jones. Now, true, Temple of Doom did do that very well without any Nazis. They still told a great story.
Not on Diarrhea Day.
And I think Indiana Jones is ripe for a reboot.
Yes.
To be kind of like, okay, we loved Harrison Ford. I'm just afraid that we're going to get another Crystal Skull kind of a thing. And most of the time people are kind of like, yeah, they've only made 3 Indiana Jones movies. And they're like, well, what about Crystal Skull? They've only made 3 Indiana Jones movies.
I have faith that James Mangold will steer this in the right direction. I have complete faith. So, and again, it's a wait and see, and fingers crossed that we get an awesome story and all that stuff, and then we'll see what happens. Once it depends on how they wrap this one up, right?
Yeah.
If this is kind of like a definitive end for Harrison Ford's version of Indiana Jones, then we can kind of go back and re-explore if we want to do a young Indiana Jones, we want to pass the torch to something else, or we want to just leave it
I think
alone.
What they should do is have Indiana Jones do this adventure and have this a certain kid with him the entire time, a young little, not a kid, maybe like early teens kind of thing, and his name's Nathan, and that's it. They just say Nathan. They never say his full name. And then in the Uncharted movie, Nathan can say, "Oh yeah, I was
Dr. Jones. I studied under Dr. Jones."
Just call him. Oh yeah, there was this archaeologist that I just grew up with and went on many adventures. But don't say his name, so because you can't have that crossover. Because I don't think, yeah, Disney does not own the rights to Uncharted.
No.
So just make it a little bit of a hint.
That would be interesting.
But I don't think.
I think, and a lot of you guys are sounding off in the chat here to let Indy live on and just pass the torch. I couldn't agree with that more.
Yeah.
I don't want them to kill off Indy, so please don't do it. Please don't do it. And we can just pass on the torch. You don't have to kill off a main character, a beloved character, just because you want to reboot the series. Like, I don't think that's technically necessary at all. So fingers crossed for that. And Lone Star, we hope that this answers your question. Okay, let's go ahead and take a look at Mr. Tom Cruise made some headlines this week. We all heard that. If you haven't heard the audio, if you Google it, it is there. Tom Cruise basically laying it into his crew for breaking COVID safety protocols and about, how he doesn't want the production to shut down. And if it happens again, if he sees anybody on set breaking protocol, they are gone. It's really, really, having been on a couple of small sets myself, and these are small sets, I'm assuming a big budget movie like Mission Impossible has
Oh yeah.
probably 50 plus people on set. And so you have to protect everybody. It's not just about protecting the stars. It's also protecting the crew, the cast members, everybody working in front of the camera and behind the camera, because you want everybody to stay healthy so that they can continue to make money and have a job and put food on the table for their family. You want, of course, the movie to be completed, because
Yeah.
like the longer you drag out this production, the more money there is
Yeah.
to be spent. So you really want to like continue to do that. So I don't necessarily like blame him for being angry about it, because there's a
Yeah.
lot of like worry. But also, to me, like when you hear somebody yell at you, I kind of immediately, I'm like, oh god, what happened? I kind of like, my shoulders tense up and I'm like, I want to leave.
Yeah,
That's like
true.
my
And
fight or
it's
flight. I'm
it's
like,
kind of like
I
I
want to
was
leave.
following the rules. I don't want to be a part of this, this
But
tongue
everybody
lashing.
everybody needs to hear it, and I think everybody knows. So I did read just right before we came on air that
He had a second.
there may have been, again, this is not confirmed, so I don't want to like like kind of spread rumor. So this is unconfirmed, but like I'd read via Google and Twitter and all that stuff, that maybe he had another, because it's a lot of stress.
Yes.
He's under a lot of stress. Everybody's under a lot of stress, the not wanting to get sick, to make sure your production is okay so it doesn't get shut down again.
Yeah.
That a couple more of the crew have actually left.
Yeah.
And we don't know if they voluntarily like left or if they got let go. Unsure about that, but
Oh, it's one of those
tension's
things
high.
of, hey, please step out.
Yeah,
kind
or
of
yeah.
thing.
So we don't know, but I honestly was surprised that somebody captured that audio, and like I would never record anything like that on set.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'd be so afraid to be like a couple of photos here and there. I think I take for memory. It's all right. And there's a lot of like on-set photos that I have that I don't share to the public because they're just private. They're just for me. But like to record an audio and then to like release it, I don't know. But
yeah.
yeah.
Well, and that's the double side of this coin, is that yes, I understand why he's upset. I mean, if they are on the set of Mission Impossible, that means he's acting, he's directing, he's producing,
Yes.
and now he has to worry about COVID restrictions. But this is also the other side of that. So it's understandable that he's upset. It's understandable that he's stressed out. It's understandable that he's like, guys, you're going to all lose your jobs if one of you messes up.
It just takes one person to get caught without a mask on. And I think what happened is crew members, maybe 2 crew members, were caught not social distancing.
Yeah.
And that's a big like no. Just for as an example, when I was on my very small set of like 10 people and less, we all had our like designated areas to be in, and they made sure like literally every second somebody was watching us to be like, you guys need to stand up, as a reminder, stand apart. It's time to sanitize. Every time you came in from outside, you sanitize. If you weren't needed on set, please take a step outside. Everybody had to have masks on. You don't touch things. Sanitation was like, we sanitized so much. And I was only on set for like 4 hours. I think.
It makes perfect sense that you would be really mad. The other side of that coin, though, is Tom Cruise doesn't have the best track record with not sounding crazy.
Oh.
There's been many times that Tom Cruise has been recorded in like
I just remember the jumping on the couch.
Jumping on the couch. I know, there's been moments that you're like, Tom Cruise is a little nuts. But kind of a thing. So it's one of those things that does come back, that makes you go, well, yeah, he has the right to be mad. He has this. He's stressed. There's a lot of things going on.
It's a lot of
but then again, you're also kind of like, well, he's been crazy before. So it's one of those things that is kind of,
Yeah, but look, if you're on set, be responsible, wash your hands, social distance, and everybody keep their jobs. The one thing that he did say that kind of really resonated with me is we're helping people we're providing jobs, helping those people put food on the table and putting their kids through college. He goes, if they lose that's what I sleep with every night. So that's a lot of, I understand.
It's a lot of stress. It's a lot of pressure.
Yeah. So there is that. We have a super chat from Lamont Smiles. Hey, Lamont, thank you so much for your super chat.
Thank you so much.
Lamont writes, hey guys, I don't know if you're Lizzie McGuire fans, but it was announced by Hilary Duff that Disney Plus revival / reboot was not happening. There goes hope for proper BMW spin-off Boy Meets World, by the way, starring Corey and Topanga. Yeah, so read about the Lizzie McGuire news. Very, very sad. I would have loved, like, I was so excited when they announced this at D23. I would have
Yeah.
loved to see Lizzie in her 30s, to see, like, to kind of just catch up, you know, where we left off and where she is now, and let's connect that together as fans. Like, this was going to be so fun, so great. So it was very just disappointing to hear that we won't get to see that. Maybe things will change in the future. You just never know. You know, stars didn't align for this one, and I'm hoping that maybe after some more talks and consideration, maybe some minds can be changed and we will get it.
If I'm not mistaken, one of the big sticking points
Mhm.
was the fact that Hilary Duff wanted to dive more into some of the things that, you know, older people would have to deal with, some more mature.
You mean life?
Yeah, life. To deal with more mature material, to deal with more mature discussions,
Yes.
kind of thing. And Disney was like, we don't want to go down
Yeah.
that path.
I don't
with
know
Lizzie.
what Disney had in mind versus like what we don't know because we were not there, but you know.
They probably wanted something more along the lines of like a Fuller House kind of a thing, but not quite as
a little bit different,
campy.
right?
But yeah, they wanted more something like that. Whereas Hilary Duff was like, well, no, let's talk about different, you know, some of the sexual thing, and like, you know, different, like gender equality, and, you know, some things that are really resonating with people today.
Didn't we hear about Disney Plus doing like a Disney 18 like sort of a thing? Didn't I hear whispers about that on the internet?
You know, maybe Disney Plus isn't one of those what is it called? One of those outlets to do it in. I mean, they could also probably do it on Hulu. I think that would be really good. Even though the thing is, though, Lizzie McGuire is really known for being on the Disney Channel.
Correct.
It really is a Disney Channel property. So it's going to be that audience that you're going to pull back in.
Okay, so this is completely rumored. And so this is, so take this with a grain of salt, but I'm seeing a couple of articles pop up that say nothing from any of the major trades, that Disney Plus may add adult content parental control. So, I mean, I don't know if this is in fact will become a thing. Couldn't they, if they are kind of a little hesitant to put more mature content, you know, more like of the heavier content, wouldn't they put technically Lizzie McGuire, they could put under that, but then it's not marketable for kids.
Yeah, true. Yeah. And honestly, I honestly love what Amr said. Sorry. Amr's like, just make a dark Disney channel.
I would watch it. Subscribe right off the bat.
Disney Plus kind of a thing. I'm like, that's a cool name.
Why
Dark
not?
Disney Plus.
Why not? And then so Lamont says, there goes hope for a proper Boy Meets World spinoff starring Corey and Topanga. Was that also ABC? Boy Meets World.
I am not going to give you.
I would have loved that too. I can neither
confirm or deny that I know that.
I am not sure, but I loved Boy Meets World. I was I loved every single character, even Feeny.
Well, I think Feeny was great.
Feeny's great. Yeah,
Feeny was the heart. He really was the one that taught all the lessons.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Yeah,
being the neighbor, and every single year they got into his class.
And Sean and Angela.
Such great moral. I love the one where they're all sitting there. I think it was when they were graduating, and he says, "Go out and do good," and the kids go, "Don't you mean do well?" He goes, "No,
do good."
Do good. As in, like, go out there and do good things.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, that hits home.
Don't give up hope, guys. You never know. You never know. Just because it's not happening right now doesn't mean it's not happening ever. We can always hope. And sometimes maybe don't forget the power of fans. If we want it bad enough and we keep talking about it, don't let the conversation die, then maybe we will get what we want.
And companies like Disney are in the business of making money.
If the content is desired,
exactly,
they will try to make it happen. So
that is the good thing about greed, is that you can always rely on it.
That's terrible.
People are like, hey, we've got millions of people that are willing to give you money to make this. They're like, okay,
well, all right. Moving on to our next topic and final topic for today. Wonder Woman 1984, certified fresh on Rotten Tomato. Wonder Woman. Oh wait, hold on. 1, 2, 3. Wonder Woman. I'm trying to just make sure my mouse doesn't fall. So currently on Rotten Tomatoes, Wonder Woman is standing at 89%, which is really, really good news. I'm really, really happy to hear that. As you guys know, we talked about towards the beginning of our live stream. Our friends late to the party and a couple of our other friends, PJ and Chance, got to see the film. They probably have. I know, super jealous. They probably already have non-spoiler reviews up on their respective channels, so go ahead and check those out if you would like. We're gonna stay away from any sort of reviews until after Christmas, and then of course our own review will go up. By then, it'll probably be a spoiler review.
Yeah,
because by then everybody would probably have seen it. Well, maybe we'll do both.
Also, the fact is that all I really want to know is, hey, are you giving it a thumbs up or a thumbs down?
This is true.
Kind of a thing. That's all I want to know. In when it comes to a review right now, until afterwards, then I'll go back and I want to hear your thoughts about what you thought of this and that and all these things, cool things that happened.
Yeah, I'm like super, super excited. I am still kind of bummed that we don't have the ability to see this in theaters right now because it's just simply not safe. Also, our theaters aren't open. I honestly don't know if the 2 movie theaters that are close to us are even going to open back up when things go back to quote unquote normal. Like, I don't know, because one of them is a smaller owned, and that's always harder. The other one is an AMC, so like we kind of know the story about that. Like, not sure, because financially I don't think they're doing too well because of the pandemic. So we will see. But hearing positive thoughts on the film makes me really, really happy that a lot of my friends who got to see it, they're fans of Wonder Woman, and we share similar taste in movies. So I know I'm pretty sure that if they liked it, hopefully means that I will be satisfied as well. But I like the one thing that I'm most looking forward to is seeing Wonder Woman don that like golden armor
that looks so cool.
And her showdown with Cheetah.
That one moment to where she's fighting Cheetah and she has the wings out, she shrugs the wings off, and this goes.
That's equivalent to almost to Henry Cavill doing the arm pumping thing in was it Mission Impossible?
Mission
right?
Impossible.
God, just like I've never seen that on film before. He's just kind of like, all right, arms activate, boo boo, and I feel like they look like they got bigger. Don't know how that's possible.
Like, I'm gonna do that.
No,
it doesn't work for me.
Can I? Come on, arms, activate. Yeah, no, that's really, really, really cool. Hey, we have a super chat from Ronnie. Thank you so much, Ronnie. Ronnie writes, seeing Wonder Woman on Monday. I love Han's soundtrack. By the way, we are super, super jealous. Congratulations on seeing it on Monday. We hope you enjoy it so much. You guys, that soundtrack is killer.
Oh, yeah.
Just the Themyscira theme alone is so good. Like, I feel like Hans Zimmer always knocks it out of the park.
Yeah, Hans Zimmer did an amazing job. And during DC Fandom, I loved how they talked about how they've taken the original and made it so it's he's like, well, you can't just take it and then redo it, kind of a thing. Yeah. He wanted to add something new, something fresh, and how it just sounds amazing.
I immediately want to sing it, but I also don't want a copyright claim for humming the music. So we won't be doing that at all. Do. Okay, that's it.
That's all you get. Actually, I should do it because I'm tone deaf.
No.
So that means it's going to be so. But then we'll get a copyright for something else.
For a different song.
Whatever song it happens to sound like.
Did you mean you sang this song? But yeah, super, super excited to see this cast perform. Pedro Pascal. In it, like, I can't wait. We're gonna get to see him without the helmet.
We've gotten to see him a few times without the helmet.
Yeah, which is going to be awesome. Marvin Martin says Cheetah reminds me of Thundercats. Yeah, Chitara. Oh, I am dying to see a live action series, not a movie, series of Thundercats.
Yep. Me too. Or what I think they could do is if they did a movie that then went into a series, kind of a thing, they could pull that off too, to where you have the intro, you get some of the world building of the Thundercats, and then you're able to build the series off of that.
You thinking of the song won't copyright you. Don't think about the song. Quick, don't think about the song. I was
just thinking of it.
What's a royalty-free song?
Happy birthday.
No, is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Happy birthday is royalty free.
Okay. Don't sing it too loud. You never know. God, I would hate for this right to get a claim. Anyway, you guys, we're so excited for Wonder Woman. Congrats to everybody who gets to see it before Christmas. Hope you enjoy, and please keep your comments and everything spoiler free if you've seen it already. We did get to see the opening scene in DC Fandom.
Mm-hmm.
So that reaction slash review is up on our channel right now. If you would like to go ahead and give that a watch, it's just really cool. And I keep thinking when, especially they do the big pan shot of all the different like Amazonian sports and the
Oh,
games that they were doing,
that
and I
was
was
so
just like,
cool.
how cool would this look when you get to kind of sit back and your chair's vibrating from the music and the sound effects, and you're just seeing it like 10 feet tall, like big screen.
Yeah, when you
Oh
hear that sound, it's almost
gosh.
like when you hear that whoa from Christopher Nolan, and you
Whoa.
just but when
Seismic
you see this
charge.
boom, 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 this bass rumbling, and you see
Boom,
them
boom,
doing
boom,
all of
boom,
these
boom,
cool
boom.
flips and spins and
Yeah.
acrobatics, and I'm just like, oh, I want to see that.
Yeah, really, really amazing. So we're looking forward to it. We can't wait. We'll probably be watching it several times on HBO Max once it's out. Oh, also speaking of things that are delayed, you guys know that I am a huge fan of Blackpink. And Blackpink originally was going to do a virtual concert, and they were going to do it live on, for us it would have been the 26th at 9 p.m. PT.
Mm-hmm.
And they've just announced that the show is being postponed a whole entire month. We won't get to see it until like January 26th or something, or 31st, or like a whole month later, which is so, it makes me so sad because I was looking forward to like seeing that to close out the year.
Wendy has been talking about
I won't
watching this
shut up.
concert for a while, so she was super excited, and it felt so bad when she was like, "No, it's canceled,
Yeah, or postponed.
postponed."
But I'm kind of glad then I haven't paid for it yet. So I'll pay for it like the day before, just in case they move it back again. So either way, it is coming. We want, of course, the members of Blackpink and their crew and everybody filming the concert and involved to be safe, and they're delaying it because of like COVID protocols and stuff like that. So they're doing
Yeah.
they're doing the right thing. We will get the concert. The Blinks will be there. We're excited. So anyways, you guys, this was a very fun and casual stream. Enjoyed it so much hanging out with you guys. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed our conversation, be sure to like this video, share it, and of course, subscribe to our channel for more videos like this one. We have movie reviews, we have trailer reactions, which is kind of mostly what we're known for. We're doing Vlogmas right now, so there's daily vlogs going up almost every single day, sometimes two a day, depending on how late I get them up. So, you guys, thank you for another great one. We will see you on Saturday for another live stream. Until then, take care. Bye, guys.